Hi there, I'm Becky Miller. I'm a certified yoga therapist, and I am bringing you another quick tip to help you live healthier and happier. Um, this week, I wanted to speak with you a little bit about silence. Um, Silence comes at you in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it is just those quiet moments in your life. Sometimes it's the times in between the doing where the silence shows up. Sometimes it could be when the kids are out of the house, and it can be really weird to have silence. But silence is something that shows up for me in my life. In between those times of doing. And it's something that I'm not always comfortable with. Sometimes I find myself pushing it away a little bit, and so I'll turn on some music, or I'll have something playing in the background, a podcast, or it's rarely the TV, but usually it's podcasts or music that I will turn on when it's silent in the house and like it's too silent. Uh, so I push it away instead of enjoying the quiet moments, that downtime. How about you? Do you find yourself pushing it away as well, like that? I also find that, it's not silence being not literally just the silence in the house, but also those quiet moments in between. So after I finished a project and before I start something else, there's some downtime. And I find it kind of makes me a little bit nervous, a little bit agitated sometimes. I need to be doing. So that silent, that quiet time in between those periods of doing is sometimes a little bit odd for me. So I'm just curious, do you find that happening for you as well? What I'm missing though when I push it away is I'm missing the recovery that happens, that healing that happens in the downtime, the chance for me to regroup that can happen in those quiet moments. So don't be afraid of silence. Instead, embrace it. Find it in your life. Find those quiet times that can really help you to rebuild yourself, to recover, to regenerate, to bring more energy back into your life. It's those quiet times that also that allow you to help connect to yourself. So when you're going, all that's happening in your life, it's hard you're focused outward instead of inward. So when you have those quiet moments, that silence that shows up in your life, it's a chance to connect to yourself. It's a chance to, check in. What's going on for me instead of what's going on for everyone else. So it's only with those times of checking in that I get in the quiet times can I really flourish. Can I really help other people in whatever pursuits that they are doing? So embracing those quiet times allows me to connect to myself. I know that, like I was saying, it can be hard at first. But for me, the more I embrace it, the more I look forward to it. The quiet time at home, the quiet time in between projects, whether it's out in nature or whether I'm sitting on my meditation cushion, it doesn't really matter. The more I embrace it, the more I connect to myself, the more I can really do what I want in engaging with other people. The more I can do what I want, it's not the right way to say it, the more I can be myself with other people. So I have to connect to myself first in those quiet times so that I can connect to other people later. So I find I get in my own way when I push the quiet periods in my life, when I push away the quiet periods in my life, and I forget to give them value too. So I'm curious if that happens for you as well. I know a lot of people that this is true. It gets, like I said, it can get not nervous, but I can feel agitated sometimes in those quiet times. And I know a lot of people that is true for. So one way that I have learned over the years to embrace that silence, that stillness, the in between moments in my life is to practice restorative yoga. It is really hard if you are used to going all the time instead of giving yourself that downtime, that silence, that stillness. Um, I know a lot of people who say, I'm not doing anything, so why would I want to practice restorative yoga? And what they're missing is that it's all internal, the work that's happening when you embrace the quiet, the silence, the stillness, and you give yourself that chance to connect inward again. It's definitely an inward facing practice. But so many of us push it away just because it is unfamiliar. It's not something that we normally do. But restorative yoga has definitely become a favorite of mine. It's something that I look forward to practicing while I don't do a practice every day. It would be amazing if I did, and I know I would feel so much better, but it doesn't always fit into my schedule. But restorative yoga is something that I highly encourage you to give a try. And if you don't know how to practice restorative yoga, reach out. I can definitely help with that. You need some props and you need a quiet space. And after that, you can give yourself all kinds of stillness in order to embrace that silence. So that's just what I wanted to chat with you today. It's just to remind you not to push away silence, not to push away those quiet times. Instead, try and embrace it at least every once in a while. Embrace it, savor it, get to know yourself. And remember, it's never too late to live healthier and happier. It's just one tweak at a time. It can change your life. So if you need any help with restorative yoga or learning how to embrace the stillness and silence in your life, reach out. There'll be a link in the notes to set up a free chat with me, and I'd be happy to help you with that. That is all for now. I will see you again next week with another quick tip.